Welcome to my channel once again. I would say rather your channel, Divine Masculine, and hope you're doing very well. I also hope and expect to hear from you that you have either completed today's meditation or you have set up some kind of time or getting ready to complete it, because this is the most important inspiration that I would like to share with you, that daily meditation and daily interaction with yourself is very important to get to know your deeper, your powers deeper than that you're aware of. So, dear masculine, today about your divinity, the most important topic is marriage. Now, this marriage topic is important, reason being, you see, there is a great confusion between this divine love with an individual and a karmic marriage. Okay, now the main point of the solution, the solution that's going to evolve out of the discussion is that there are two types of, in situation, two or three types of situations where, first of all, you, a divine masculine, might be married to your divine feminine. Then things might become very easy to solve out. But when the situation is not so easy, it is already a marriage that has taken place with your soulmate, probably, who is not fully evolved as a divine feminine, who is complete in her soul's progress, but she is your soulmate. They become your karmic soulmates, actually. They might be partially karmic soulmate, partially spiritual also. So in such cases, that's why they come to you as your marital partners. So here what happens is, in such a situation, let me talk about this, stop here and talk about this particular situation, and the workplace situation also will be intervening here, because it might happen that you have got married to your soulmate, and you have come to, after some years, you have come to meet with your divine feminine, who is at your workplace. Now this would bring a lot of convulsions in your daily lifestyle, because divine feminine is going to be very intensely passionate about you, because it is not another being, it is actually you yourself. If you are so passionate, if you are so very intense, naturally you will see the same reflection in your divine feminine, because it is just you only in a feminine form, but it is same as you. Now you two stand confronting each other. So in that case, physically and logically, where as far as your logical and rational capacity goes, divine masculine, you're very logical, you're very intelligent also, you're very capable of very good decisions, sound consolidated decisions also. But here the confusion will arise, because you will start thinking logically over here. Maybe all of a sudden you're facing this spiritual relationship, and you will not understand why this is happening. The greatest knowledge that you have is your logic. Now you will try to see everything with this earthly logic. Now in this condition, what is going to happen to you is that you will begin to see this relationship as an infatuation, or you will start thinking that there is true love in this, so I have to give up my marriage. This is not the case, dear. Okay, you have to be very, very spiritually knowledgeable. You have to read and research about it, and then kind of understand the relation, and then take a decision. So this is, you see, a bit of help towards your research as to what actually happens, which can save your marital life, which can save your karmic duties. You need not abstain from those duties, and you can also save your it can promote this divine relationship. The divine relationship in turn actually comes to make you stable and help you out to complete your karmic life, not to break off from it. That is the purpose and the motto of divine relationship between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Now, my dear divine masculine, keeping this particular problem in mind, we will further progress into the next point of discussion. The next point of discussion is like, you see, it will be necessary for you to see that when you meet your twin flame after your karmic marriage, it is possibly for receiving that receiving that power to rescue that marriage of yours. Okay, it is not for breaking off from your marriage, but in turn there could be some forthcoming problems that will be easily solved, because easily solved by the presence of your divine feminine. Because what happens is that you are actually the same being in two fractions. So when you lose power, or you have diminished power, you have to derive that inspiration, that power in form of inspiration from your divine feminine, and get back to dissipate love in your family, which will bring about a lot of happiness and peace in turn. So this is actually the spiritual ordain that is directed towards these kind of relationships, this kind of relationship what you have with your divine feminine. So don't get to puzzle yourself when you see such a magnified and such a beautiful creation of nature in the name of love. This is there, it exists, but you have to accept it, you see. Now this rescuing this marriage means rescuing your law of karma. Okay, so law of karma is nothing but a code of conduct, which is governed by the universal law, and it is named as law of karma. Okay, first make that clear. Now let us come to the next progress with the discussion. Like, now if you divine masculine, now if you're seeking logic in this, okay, the explanation is going to be very simple. As I told you, the outsiders are not you, but your divine feminine, your twin flame, is you yourself. Not divine feminine, but not the soulmate. Soulmate is partially you. Some part of it is you, of those soulmates, but the twin flame is absolutely you. Okay, it's you in another fraction. Now what happens is that if you try to bring about outsiders in this relationship to intervene in this, what is going to happen is, for petty purposes or for petty I would say feelings, I don't think you have ego, I don't believe that, but you have a lot of ill feelings, you have a lot of feelings of rejection, for which you take impulsive steps to fill up those gaps. So there you make certain mistakes, which is, you don't term and don't torture yourself with terms which are very negative and which are very incriminating. You are not at all that way. Okay, you are absolutely beautiful, fine, but there are certain confusions that need to be clear, and confusions often get cleared with knowledge. Knowledge is nothing but awareness. Knowledge does not mean that you have to sit with a big theoretical library and all the time pursue. Don't get so scared about it. It is just about the awareness. Knowledge means every point of step to be taken by you with greater awareness, with greater universal and spiritual awareness. Okay, now these outsiders, divine masculine, these outsiders are going to be pretentious. They are karmic interferences, and they will just be opposite in the reaction. Your divine feminine is going to be very protective. Her aims are going to be to protect your karma at every moment, at the same time be beside you. So she will not let you, she is not ready to let you step down from your elegance, from your step out of your boundaries or peripheries. She is trying to protect you and keep you confined within the proper track and channel of your life. But these karmic interferences are very dangerous. They are like, I would say pollutions around in the environment, because they lack knowledge. They are in darkness yet, and they would influence you with darkness if you try to at all mingle with them. So this will sever, this will glutton all your good deeds. Okay, they will just drown you to a situation where your deeds are going to be destroyed absolutely, and your bestowals will all be snatched away from you. So at this juncture, you divine feminine, dear divine masculine, you must feel your divine feminine is cold. Okay, she's not chasing you. She's very egoistic on the physical front. Actually, she's putting in efforts to keep you calm, because she knows if she is calm, you will be calm. If she is quiet, you will be also quiet. If she is peaceful, you will be also peaceful. So she remains, she's just trying to be uninstigated, so that she can prevent your diversions from or against the law of karma. In your marital case, now divine masculine, your twin flame soul wanted to stand actually by you. This is the truth that has happened to you, as I can see it. I'm reading it to you, that she wanted to stand by you and save your karmic married life, and your married relation, and also disallow prevention of external intervention. That was the main duty that was assigned by God when He had sent your feminine to you. The next explanation for this marital conduct of karma. This is another confusion you must get cleared at the moment. In my knowledge, it is to keep to a single marriage in a single lifetime. Now, having said this, you will ask about exceptions. You will ask about the lots of problems that you face in marriages. In such situations, it's a big question, like why should we, what should we do, why should we compromise over there. Now, ups and downs, I would say, are to be managed with dexterity and maturity in your marriage. So I see your divine feminine, my dear divine masculine, wanted to help you to be very dexterous and very mature in handling these crises that might have arisen might arise, or was arising, was about to arise in your marriage. All these things were to be brought in place. It were needed to be fixed at the moment. That is why she was there with you. But you were not in contact. Actually, there was no I would say, communication mode among you two. So this is what has happened, is that you got severed from her, and you ultimately clung on to your confusions rather than clarity. So here, in case, my dear divine masculine, you are adamant to break this marriage tie of yours, you must stay single. Now, I would suggest that do not break this marriage. At once dissolve all the plans and proposals of dissolving the marriage. Give your wife whatever expense she needs. Give your love if she is able to take it from you at the moment. If she is not ready to mix with you that way, marital way, so in that case, if you have to stay away, both of you, it's upon you to decide. Stay away. If she wants you closer, come closer. If whatever she requires, you have to cater somehow. And you have to keep in mind that this marriage must be prevented. Because here in this case, you are giving her everything that she needs, except the pain that you would bring about through the divorce. In divorce also, you're giving her everything. You'll be giving her alimony, you'll be giving her everything that is, daily provisions are called for. But you will do everything with a great pain in that you are also serving to her. So try to immediately stop it if it's possible. No divorce is required. And I think if you have made a mistake, you have the right to correct it. by yourself. You should not listen to any kind of karmic advice in this case. And if any karmic has already entered your life to take advantage of your mental turmoils, and she is trying to prevent you from this reunion with your wife, in that case, and the question, because you are very logical, you will question in your mind that I have lived with this woman for so many days. Now, if I suddenly leave her, where will she go? I would say that if it is a wrong intervention, you can raise your weapons to hack it off. This is the logic that will apply here. You cannot be true to false people. Now, next point I would touch upon is, if your soulmate or say twin counter, dear divine masculine, covers in, they actually covers the distance and comes in touch with you, the law applicable here is, she, your divine feminine, must assist you with all moral support, blessings, and good wishes, but she is prohibited from transgressing the law of karma. That she cannot do. The transgressing the law of karma is to allure you sexually, consummation, because she has no dominion of your external pleasure, which solely belongs to your one wife for this karmic life of yours. But your divine feminine is internally fulfilling already for you, and she's guiding you internally. Internal conscience, your internal pleasures, your internal hunger, your internal inspiration, your internal progress, everything will be gradually, taken over and ruled by divine feminine. She's the developed one first. And this divine feminine is going to be actually guided through her. The light will be of divines, not hers personally. But the external has to be handled according to the law of karma, which cannot be transgressed. Otherwise, you have penal reactions, or you receive penal consequences. So this baffled situation must be imminently altered, because it would give rise to self-esteem issues if you and the outsiders will sense it and start plundering you. If you have self-esteem issues, after you do not understand you're not getting on with the married life, and you're trying to think of a second marriage when you see a divine feminine and treat her as an intense love affair or something. In that case, what is going to happen is that you will start, and she says no because she is aware of the law of karma and she's trying to drive you towards that, according to that trend. Now what is going to happen is that you will feel a rejection, you will start getting self-esteem issues, and this is the best time when karmic people start taking advantage of you. Just stop here and think once. Is it really rejection? Will a person have rejected you when she is within you? She's sensing you all the time. She's trying to guide you every moment. She's trying to appear before you and give you divine messages to propel further your conduct, your law of karma. Can this sort of person ever ditch you, reject you, insult you? Aren't they trying to do something solid for your future karma, which will bring blessings in your life, which will secure all that you have already, the prosperity, and take you to further stages of improvement? Ask yourself, it's time to question yourself and get the answer from within. It's time, my diva masculine. When will you rise up? Please Please meditate. And if you are distanced from your from your wife, you may be, providing, as I said, even if you're close to her, you may provide everything that is required. It's absolutely legal and necessary according to the law of karma, essential. So do not feel shy to approach and prevent dissolving this marriage legally. If there are other complications to be attended to, then it would need a discussion before deciding upon the divine advice that comes to you. Finally, the next point would be, like, it must be followed by you that you do not make yourself available to karmic society creatures. This is very important. Karmic women, karmic men who are ready to use you for your wealth, they're going to squander your, not only your wealth, but your virtues also, to the swine, like pearls before swine, because they are sabotaging your karma that is the base of your spiritual frontier, and this base must be very sound and solid and made out of good material, good performance, good material, which will bring about receipt of further promotion and divine blessings, and make you, make you stand in the good books of the divine. You will also be all the time watched by divine eyes. So please remember, dear divine masculine, you belong to the divine king's family, and you have to live by the divine law of self-control. So my dearest divine masculine, instead of controlling external issues, control your internal diversions and laws that will lead to keeping these advantageous karmics at bay. Because if you control them, they will pounce upon you for obligations. That, okay, today you have controlled me, now you come sleep with me. So do not create karmic obligations. Shun them out of your life at this moment as soon as my words fall upon your ears. Instead, consolidate only the soul connections. But in soul connections too, law of karma, law of spirituality, that's spiritual karma, law of spirituality will intervene. That we can discuss in another session. And so to begin with, you just go by the divine law of every interaction. When the karmic, whether karmic or spiritual, you go by the divine law. Gradually, the entire performance will unfold. The laws and its benefits by which the analytical part of it, I would say, of the divine law will be of the governance of the divine law will be unfolding before you. You will gradually be able to cognitively assimilate the function of it, I would say, at the universal level. But first you have to follow it. You have to follow. And who is going to dictate to you? Whom will you follow for this? You will not ask anybody outside. Please go by the conscience of yours. That which people term as intuition is actually the voice of conscience. The voice of conscience is present even within the devil. So do not be afraid of living with your voice of conscience. And with this note and best wishes of mine from this holy desk of mine, I extend an extremely bright, beautiful light and power of anointing upon you right at this moment. Please know that empowerment has already been conferred upon you. Crownship has already been conferred upon you by the divine. It's going to be activated. Activation mode is going on now, and display and demonstration will also come by on time. So this anointing will follow you, it'll keep you secure, and don't be surprised if karmics are running away from you on their own, because soon it is going to happen. And I, being the most high priestess, I declare and I decree upon you that all the evil karmic dark energies are going to run away for shelter elsewhere from your presence. And for this, I declare that the time starts now, absolutely now. And I can see that your divine feminine is already standing within you and handling the situation where you are feeling powerless. She's going to reinstate the entire power that you feel have lost. But you have to acquire that power, and you have to take action towards your proper settlement of everything that you have shattered in these days. So please get up and take the proper action towards every mistake that you have made. With this note, I would just complete this discussion now, and please subscribe and press the bell button. Also, write some comments if it benefits you. Thank you.